The Hauraki Big Show. Thanks to crave-worthy street food, freshly made with Reburger.
Welcome.
This is big.
To the Hauraki Big Show.
Really big.
With Jason Hoyte, Minogue and Keyzie.
Oh, g'day, you mad bastards. Great to have your company this Tuesday afternoon, the 8th of July, 2025. And you, as always, are listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Reburger.
Beef, chicken, vegan and vegetarian options. Reburger, redefining the norm.
Reburger.
Chips, baby. So good, man, so good. Speaking of so good, on the podcast outro just before, which we only just finished, by the way, Mogey was explaining calories to us, and so now I fully understand why he's such a cut stallion, why he's such a Greek god, why he's such an Adonis. G'day, stud.
G'day, stallion. G'day, you mad dog, you sick son of a bee. Went to the gym today, man.
Oh, good stuff.
Yeah, third time in 3 days.
That's great,
also,
great work.
the third time in 10 weeks.
Sure, okay.
So that's not as good, is it?
Well, 3 and 3, though. Small steps, Mogey.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I just need that kind of support to get me back on the old horsey, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
How about you, Keyzie? What's going on with you, brother?
No, not a lot, fellas. Got new shoes on today.
I know.
Yeah.
We're probably going to talk about them at some
I don't
stage.
think we need to.
Well, you started it.
No, they're just really comfy and I love them.
We had a meeting when we came in today, and I was staring at your shoes.
So was
I. And I've been away for a couple of days last week, so I wasn't quite sure if they'd been introduced last week.
Well,
so
sorry, no.
I was loath to go there.
Well, I can tell you that when I came in today, Keyzie introduced me to his shoes. He said, "What do you think about my new shoes, Mogey? Going to wear them in Europe. Very comfortable. Going to be great for walking," or something along those lines.
Yeah, my new walking shoes.
And then when we were in the meeting and I was holding my head in my hands, staring at the floor, I was looking directly at your shoes, Keyzie, and it looks like a normal pair of shoes, but they've got little bumper bars around them, and it looks like they sit in them. But they look very comfortable.
They're very comfortable.
What was interesting to me was they do look like a normal shoe that's been pimped. You've pimped your shoes.
Yeah, they do. That's a very good explanation of them,
it was actually
actually.
funny because when we were in that meeting looking at the floor while they were talking about our ratings, I wasn't even listening because I was just so stoked with my new shoes.
Yeah. Oh, as you would be.
And you should be. And in fact, as the listeners will be, because we're going to put them up on... we're going to put them up on the Instagram account.
Yeah, great.
Keyzie's new shoes, yes or yes?
Yes or yes?
Yeah.
And I've got to be honest with you, fellas.
No.
Shoes are a real bugbear of mine because of my orthopedic pads and stuff. And you remember that, you know, I've got a bigger heel on my left side there. So, God, you know, I look at your new, you know, pimped up shoes there, Keyzie, and I think, yeah, boy, geez, I'm jealous.
You looked at my shoes and you thought, yeah, boy, geez, I'm jealous.
It's exactly what I thought. It's exactly what I thought.
I believe you, man.
Hey, now listen, massive show ahead, so make sure you stay tuned.
Oh, my God.
Let's kick off with a bit of Pearl Jam.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
You two there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. Keyzie just said something.
No, I didn't.
I'm not going to say what you said.
I didn't say anything.
There's not a chance in hell I'm going to say what you just said, but it's really thrown me for a second. Man. It's really thrown me. Fellas, something's wrong with me.
Yeah.
And
just one?
Oh, I mean, look, I'm sure there's a lot of things that are wrong with me, but something that's just been happening over the last kind of week. Now, of course, I was sick the end of last week, but it's not that. It's what I consider to be maybe a phenomenon that's happening to me where I keep getting electric shocks from everything. Yeah. Now, I've been walking out of the studio, and Pugs can attest to this, and every time I open the studio door, it's just like a legitimate electric shock.
A bolt of lightning.
It's not quite a bolt of lightning, but it's enough for me to go, oh, Jesus.
Like a little bit of static electricity.
Yeah, like bang. And then when I was taking a steamer just before going into the toilet, same thing, bang.
Right.
Getting out of my car, bang. I'm getting shocks all the time. Now, I'll have a shock every now and then, you know, maybe once every 4 months I might open a door and go, oh, that's something. But I've never had it where everything I open continuously gives me a shock. Is that a phenomenon or what's going on?
It sounds like something spooky is going on.
Oh, really?
It sounds like, man, I thought this was a sort of a nothing conversation until you've laid it out for me. You sound like you've been cursed. Sounds like somebody's put a hex on you.
You mean like a sort of voodoo kind of thing?
Yeah, exactly like that.
But I would have thought that would be more kind of stabbing in the eyes and things like that, or...
No, it can vary. It's not just constantly stabbing. People think that with the voodoo doll. Is that what you're thinking of, the voodoo doll?
Yes, the voodoo doll.
There's also the chicken bones. You're forgetting about the chicken bones.
You're forgetting those, Jase.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
Because we were chatting about Keyzie's massive shoes that he's just bought for his overseas trip.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe it's that because I've just got my Skechers slip-ons.
Well,
maybe it was, related to that somehow, that my shoes are responsible.
Well, I think Mogey's theory of voodoo could be right. I also think I'm a bit more positive. So I think you've got a gift. Because it's not the doors that are shocking you. It's you're the one who is electrically charged.
Like I'm psychic or something.
No.
Oh.
You're generating electricity.
Yes.
It's a superpower.
Like heat.
Like electricity.
Passion.
You're generating static electricity. It is a superpower. You can produce electricity. You are Static Man.
What could he do with it, though? Hurt himself.
Well, that's the thing. You could be like a superhero. You'd need a name, obviously. So I think a good one for you could be like shock value.
Yeah, good.
Okay, yeah, nice.
Because you can shock people, and also whenever you say something racist, people are shocked. It's like, oh, that's just shock value.
Yes.
But the downside of my superpower is that whenever I'm performing it, I have to be opening a door.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And you can only hurt yourself.
Yes.
And you can't help anyone with it.
Yeah, I just sit there sort of shaking.
So rather than a superpower, yeah.
Oh, it's
You
shithouse.
definitely need a name. But you've got to work on it. But that's the thing with superpowers. They don't just come to you and you're immediately good at them. There's got to be a montage of training.
Yes,
So we need to train you up as well.
You've got to master them, Mogey.
Yeah, and
you know
I need
what I mean?
you to get in a sexy little outfit.
Right. Okay. Well, look, I'm happy to do that. Like, I'm happy to give a demonstration. Actually, maybe we could get it on the Insta. I'll open the studio door here and put my hand on Keyzie's bullus and be like a conduit, and you can tell me if you feel it, Keyzie.
Can you
know
feel
what I mean?
it, man?
Does it have to be on my bulls?
Well, it's just, I know that's a super sensitive part of your body, or behind your knees, for example, so that you can actually feel my power. And that
Sure,
it's
man.
not that it's made up, you know what I mean? It's legit.
Yeah, sure, totally, man. I'm down for that. We'll put that on the Instagram. That'll get 4 likes.
Me holding your balls, that'll get a lot more than that.
That'll get a lot more, to be fair. But look, 34883 text through. Jase is a superhero. What's the superhero name? Every text in the draw for a $50 Reburger voucher. Someone here suggesting that it's your old man slippers and the way you sort of shuffle about. Because you do shuffle, you know.
Yeah.
Low centre of gravity mixed with your carpet-covered chest.
Okay, yeah, nice.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Yes, indeed. Alison Chains here on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. The time 4:27, and I was talking about the fact that for some reason at the moment, every time I go through a door or get out of my car, I'm getting massive electric shocks. And to prove my point, after we were chatting about that, I went to the door and opened the door, and you guys heard the static, didn't you?
I actually saw you react to it. I didn't hear it.
Oh, right, okay.
To be honest, but it was a genuine reaction.
Yes.
Yeah.
With that in mind, we were trying to think of what kind of superhero I am.
Yeah, well, because it is a superpower. You generate electricity.
Yeah.
And some people have sent through some names if you're a superhero, if you'd like to hear those.
Just the way you're looking at me, Keyzie, I don't know that I do want to hear those.
Here,
yeah, really good ones, man.
Okay, like what?
Absolute shocker. There you go.
The absolute shocker.
Yeah, man. Shart Spark.
Yeah.
Shart Spark.
Yes.
Shock Jock.
Ah,
That's good.
There's your winner.
That's good because you're
Shock
on the
Jock.
radio. Yeah.
That's good.
Nice.
Or Short Circuit. That's actually very clear.
Short Circuit is the winner.
Short Circuit, that's good stuff.
By unanimous vote. Short Circuit is fantastic.
Big shout out to Shock Jock as well.
That's pretty good. They had the Durry Slayer in here as well.
Right,
Bloody
yeah.
joke, but it wasn't really related to the trickery.
Someone's suggesting that you probably are a supervillain, not a superhero, because no hero would put tomato sauce on a venison pie.
Right, okay.
That's superhero. That's supervillain behaviour.
Yeah, man, it is.
I would genuinely like to know what's going on because it's happening all the time.
Well, someone here reckons you're wearing too much nylon clothes.
Yeah.
So
It'll be a cheap clothing.
It's cheap clothing.
It's, mate, I'm wearing possum fur and genuine 100% wool. All right?
Come on, man.
I'm looking at the hoodie. Is that 100% wool or possum?
It's possum.
What about that free hat that you're wearing?
Oh, but I've been wearing this hat forever, so it can't be the hat.
Yeah, that's
right,
true.
okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
what sort of superheroes would you guys be?
I mean, I don't know if we should steer it onto me and
Oh,
Mogey.
I
Yeah,
just
it
think,
feels
why
like-
not? It'd be fun.
Yeah, we've had a win there already.
Well, obviously Mogey, because you've got quite a good superhero name already, Mogey Man.
Mogey, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And the only thing I can think of is like, if there's chips in the vicinity, you can make them disappear.
I can sniff them out.
You can sniff them out and make them disappear.
Yeah. I can't think of a name for you, Keyzie.
Oh, that's
I
it.
can't.
Oh, we'll save it then.
I can't. I know what your superpower is.
What's my
You
superpower?
can walk on water. Because you've got those huge boat-sized shoes that you just bought. Which, if you want to see them, you can go to our Instagram account.
Listen, look at him, listen to the plot. They're cool shoes.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Foo Fighters there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. The time is 4:39.
Hey, fellas, we're hitting the road again, heading down to Canterbury this very Thursday.
Oh, is it this Thursday?
Yes, Jase. Why, you unavailable?
Just check my
Yeah,
diary.
well,
I'm a bit
just
worried
write
that
it
you're going to
down.
bring the plane down.
Yeah, with my-
Old short circuit over there.
I reckon.
Yeah, with your superpower. He did another one, by the way. He shot
Did he?
himself on the door again just to prove it. But we're going to be live from the Bridge pub in Prebbleton, celebrating Beer and Pie July. So the first 100 people through the door, free Backbone T-shirt, free West Coast Pie Company, delicious pie.
Wow.
Would love to see you there. 4 till 7. Come have a beer with the fellas.
The backbones. Hey, fellas, I went along last night to the opening of a Banksy exhibition, which is happening up here in Auckland, Tamaki Makaurau. And it's been held at the Aotea Centre in the Hanua Room, isn't it?
Yes, the
Pugsan.
Hanua Room, yeah.
We've got Pugsan here with us. He went as well. I didn't
Hello.
go with him because,
Yeah, weird.
it's a bit weird because he took his missus and that. So for those of you who don't know Banksy, he's a British street artist. He's unique in the sense that he's completely anonymous still after all of these years, even though people do know who he is and it's sort of out now. But his art sort of started in the 90s, and I think I became aware of it over here in probably the late 90s, early 2000s, something like that. And he's different because his canvas is the street, man.
Yeah.
He does graffiti, man.
Yeah.
And his art is sort of political and against capitalism and all that sort of thing. Usually very funny and insightful and just right on point, isn't it, Pugstar?
I would agree. Well,
Sorry.
no, that's right. It's just been a while.
Carry on.
Yeah, it was really special actually getting to go to that because I knew the really big international headlining ones that have become viral over the years. For example, the flower thrower. I think most of our listeners who know who Banksy is would know the one of the stenciled image of the fella throwing the flower bouquet.
What was the one that got shredded itself at auction?
That was a few years ago now. I don't know which one that was.
But someone
It
bought
also
it.
made
There was an
headlines.
image of it there.
2020 or something.
And then it
Yeah.
shredded itself. The frame was a paper shredder. As soon as someone bought it, it shredded itself.
Yeah, so they had it at Sotheby's. He is against the commercialisation of art, however, he seems to be doing pretty well.
He's doing just fine.
And yeah, so it was at Sotheby's. Once the final bid came in, the hammer went down. Someone pushed a button, activated a built-in shredder in the bottom of the frame, and shredded half of the picture.
Yes.
So now that picture is worth even more because half of it is still in the frame and half of it is shredded underneath.
And it's got the famous story behind it.
It does.
Yes, I recall it sold for $1 million, and now it's worth 20.
Aha.
20 mil.
I should
Unbelievable.
shred all my art.
It's interesting
Yeah,
because
probably.
I think of all the art that I've got in my house, my Banksy's my favourite. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, which one's that?
Yeah, which one is it, man?
Sorry,
It's the
yeah.
one with the little kid putting her hand up against the tank.
Nah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that one.
yeah.
I mean, it wasn't at the
Certainly, yeah. I've
Big
never seen
last
that one.
night. So, yeah.
It's one of his earlier pieces, so you probably don't know it, fellas.
But wasn't that painted on the side of a wall, though? So how do you have it?
No, it actually wasn't. It was well, it was on a wall, but it was a wooden wall, and it was removed.
Oh, wow, they
and
removed
then
the
sold at
wall.
auction.
Wow. Wow. You bought that off Trade Me, eh? You were saying.
No, it wasn't Trade Me,
Oh, wasn't it?
Keyzie. No, this
Marketplace.
is serious, man.
Oh, okay.
How good, but highly recommended.
Highly
do you think?
recommend. He's done some really good. There's a lot of political stuff. He's like, this is probably 15, 20 years ago. He did a ladder going up the wall on the West Bank. He did a little girl that holds holding a bunch of balloons in the shape of love hearts.
Yes.
Or a balloon in the love heart shape. He's done a whole bunch of stuff, and they've got about, I don't know, 300 pieces is there? Roundabout? I don't know.
I couldn't tell you. Well, one of my favourites was a lot of his stunt work. So he's done a lot of things where he's taken his art into public places and just inserted it. One of his earlier ones, he inserted one of his own artworks into a massive museum and played it off like it was meant to be there.
Yeah.
He teamed up with Danger Mouse, who's a big electronic producer, and stole 500 copies of Paris Hilton's album when it came out, and then replaced the songs, remixed the songs, and changed the cover artwork.
That's right. Danger Mouse remixed. Danger Mouse
stuff.
remixed all of the music, and Banksy redid all of the cover art. I think on the inside of it said, "For every copy of this album I sell, I get even further out of your reach."
Yes.
Yeah, further out of your league, I think it was.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Fellas, on a serious note, well, it was very serious. How long does that run for, do we know? Because I'll definitely
About
be keen to
6
see that.
years. Either that or 2
all
weeks.
over the world.
2 weeks.
I get
okay.
in there quick, man. Put it that way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Get in there quick. But
It's
it's on
definitely
up
worth
here in
checking
Auckland.
out.
It's a bloody ripper.
Jase.
It was great to see in person.
How many buzzies out of 5 do you give it?
Solid 4.
Yeah, I give
4
it a 4.
buzzies out of 5.
I give it a 4, yeah.
And Jase, what's your favourite Dead Mouse song?
Danger Mouse.
Danger Mouse.
Shock Keyzie.
Embarrassing.
Damn it, Dead Mouse is an artist as well, eh?
Yeah, nice one. Yeah.
Oh, I don't give a shit. I only like Pink Floyd anyway.
The Hauraki Big Show podcast.
Oasis there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. The time is 4:53, fellas. Which means it's time for What's on the Telly with Mike Minogue.
Yes. Oh, Mogey's not doing it, Jase. Have you decided to stop
You
doing
guys
it?
got to grow up, man, honestly. People want to listen to our content, not you banging on with that. Shocking, man.
Yeah, man.
Us to the front, Jase.
I'm all about getting straight to the point, eh, fellas?
Yeah, man. Hey, guys, I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't watch anything.
Okay.
Okay?
That's
Should
great
we-
I'm
stuff.
sorry.
Should we clarify for the audience
Yes,
that you've got a lot of extra work to do at the moment
I'm working.
because you're
I'm
going
working
away
for
on
my
holiday?
money.
Yeah. You're
Yeah.
going away on holiday. You've got to get it all done so you
Yeah,
can
I'm
enjoy your holiday.
businessman.
Business
I'm
Mogey.
doing my business, man.
Businessman Mogey. I watched a movie called Raymond and Ray with Ethan Hawke and Ewan McGregor, who my wife was telling me
She loves him.
No, apparently are really good mates, but I don't know if that's true or not. And the story is this: half brothers Raymond and Ray reunite with their estranged father dies, and discover that his final wish was for them to dig his grave. Together, they process who they've become as men, both because of their father and in spite of him.
Yes. Yes.
Look, fan of both those actors, actually.
I'm not a fan of Ethan Hawke. He's a sap.
I never used to be, but he's sort of grown on me. I
like him as I don't like him as a person.
Right, okay.
Yeah, he's just a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, well, he never used to. He sort of rubbed me the wrong way for a long
Right.
time. Look,
I love you, McGregor.
Same.
Yeah.
There's little moments that are quite funny.
Damn it.
There's little moments that I quite enjoyed. But overall, I found it a disappointing movie.
Ah, Jase.
Yeah, man, 1.8 buzzies.
I was hoping for a recommend there. I really was.
Yeah.
Wow, 48% Rotten Tomatoes, 6.2 IMDb.
Is that a new? Where are we watching this?
That's
Watch
maybe
Prime.
Apple or Prime.
Prime Video.
Prime, yeah, Prime.
Is what it says
It's on
here.
TV.
And Apple TV as well.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's on both.
I think I've accidentally subscribed to Apple. I did a 7-day free trial, but it seems to be going on forever.
Yeah, I think you've subscribed. You've
think
been
I've
watching a lot on there.
I think I've subscribed to a lot of stuff there, actually.
Yeah.
And I think I've hired a few movies, which I didn't realise I've hired.
Yeah.
You've rented them.
And I've bought some.
Yeah. Last night, started watching because I am going to this region in Italy,
Yeah.
which I'm very excited about with my wife. Stanley Tucci in Italy.
Yes.
There's a TV series, National Geographic, I think it is, him in Tuscany. So I'm very excited. Sat down with my wife, started playing it. He's like doing a piece to cam at this marble quarry that they've been using for 1,000 years. And then she goes, oh, crap, I've just remembered I've got to go do some work. So I paused it. We haven't watched the rest of it. But tell you what, Stanley Tucci, pretty engaging character.
He is a very engaging. Is this
pretty
when
cool.
Is this when he's going around sampling cooking and eating
all
food?
sorts. And basically just showing off the country of his heritage.
I tell you what, the food looks spectacular.
Pretty good.
It looks amazing. And also, if you want to watch that, I was just watching it on YouTube. Full episode uploaded by Nat Geo.
Sweet.
Obviously, I only watched a minute of it.
It says www.
Yes, YouTube.
YOU.
There were not two. I'll send you the link, right?
Oh, I mean.
Did you do that for me too, Keyzie?
Sure, Jase. Yeah, man. Hey, what's coming up after 5?
Well, there's lots of stuff coming up after 5. Actually, I just can't think of it right now.
Well, there's a sheet with everything written on it in front of you. You can just read off that.
Well, here's the problem with the sheet.
You don't have your glasses on?
We never actually do what's on the sheet. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the time we just go, let's do something else, eh?
It says here, Keyzie wants to change his ablution schedule, so we can
Says
talk about that.
after 5, Hoodie J says something racist again.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, am I doing that today, am I?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's Racist Tuesday.
Look forward to that.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Yeah, welcome back, you massive backbones. Hope your Tuesday night's going along tickety-boo. The time is 4 minutes past 5 o'clock and you're listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Reburger.
Serving good times and good food. Dine in or take away at Reburger today.
Reburger.
Sauce chicken.
So good.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's my favourite one, to be honest with you.
So like that past 20 seconds there where we plugged Reburger,
Yes.
you think that was good? Because I'm just,
Yeah.
I thought
Very
we
good.
were on fire, actually.
Yeah,
I think that's one of the
totally.
best ones we've ever done.
you know, sometimes you just start to doubt things you're doing.
Yeah.
You just need reassurance.
Real good.
No doubts in my mind.
I don't think you guys know, but Reba is the nickname on the street for Reburger now.
Yeah.
They're so cool now as a result of hanging out with us.
We got street
that people
name.
are calling them Reba.
Funny you should say that, Mogey. I was sitting on the couch with my wife over the weekend and I said, fancy a bit of Reba, darling? And she was like, no, not really.
Racism alert. Racism alert.
It's just the way you said it, Chase.
Reba! I've got no problem
That's
with that.
fine. So you say it.
Reba.
Racism alert. Racism alert.
I don't know what it is, but there's something about the way
Right,
about the way you're
okay.
saying it that's setting off the racism alarm.
Well, I apologise.
Well, hey, this is what we tease.
Yeah.
Bringing it to
that.
5.
There we go.
We've
Delivered.
Actually, just on the food front, we've got what's on the dinner with me, Keyzie, after 6
No, we
o'clock.
don't.
man.
Do we?
So,
How good.
Send through what's on the dinner tonight for Keyzie, and we'll get into that after 6 o'clock.
If you're going to plug it, you say, send through what you're having for tea tonight, 3483, and we'll read them out in an hour's time.
That's right.
It's too early.
That's good
I'm
stuff.
just prepping, Keyzie. That's all, man.
Right,
And
fine.
also want to point out that we'll be doing one of our Would You Rathers
Yes.
sometime in the next hour, so keep your ears peeled for that one.
Keep your ears peeled.
Yeah.
Definitely not your eyes.
No, your ears,
Your
get them
ears.
peeled.
Peel them. That makes
Or
sense.
peel your eyes.
Yeah. Do you know what this song's about, Jace? Jace.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
David Bowie there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday evening. The time is 5:15, which means it's time for...
I don't know. You've got me there.
The Big Show Would You Rather?
Yeah, this has been going off, man. People are loving it.
It's great stuff.
Lots of chat about it on the internet,
Yes.
amongst other places. So this is where we come up with a hypothetical, a would you rather,
Right, okay.
and then we sort of just get to the bottom of it and see how we go. And then, the audience can text in, call in, and
Okay.
have a chat about it as well.
All right, so while you're reading the Would You Rather, I'm just going to play some, like... All right.
Douche to douche. Oh, it's more serious than that.
Yeah, I
is
was
it?
going to say that kind of makes a mockery of it,
Oh,
really,
okay.
Keys. This is quite serious.
Oh, forget it. Just forget it.
So here we go. Keyzie, I'll start with you, man.
Okay.
Would you rather? All right. Ask your now. I just want to lay out here as well. We say partner here.
Yes.
Because I want everybody to be able to play at home, men and women.
We're inclusive.
So we're saying partner, not wife. Although in your case, it'll be wife, Keyzie, all right?
Yeah.
Would you rather ask your partner if they would like to be your Valentine
Right.
or drink molten lava?
Right. So I'm asking my wife, who I love dearly. And,
Sure.
well, not sure.
Yeah.
Yes, 100%.
I mean, it's hypothetical here.
No, I know, but just in this case, it's 100% true.
Sure.
Ask her if she'd be my Valentine
Yes.
or drink something that
And
would,
everything that comes along with that. So you're not just asking her the question and that.
Okay, so she's
then you would
happy.
have to be her Valentine.
then I'd be her Valentine, would, probably have a nice evening.
for the rest of the day.
Yeah, right, for the whole day.
Yeah, it's all day.
Or drink something that would probably really damage me internally. I don't know. Hoyte J, what are you leaning towards?
Is this on the proviso, as you say there, just to clarify here, that you actually have to follow through on the Valentines?
Yeah, it is. It's not just asking the question. It's not just
Right.
saying words. It's asking someone to be, then being.
Yes,
And
okay.
delivering on all of that.
What would the molten lava, what kind of vessel would it come in?
Something.
Something that's protective.
Yeah.
Put it this way. You'll be able to pour it into your mouth. We'll work that out later.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Jase,
I mean, could I,
it's your wife, remember?
would
so
it be if,
it's not that big of a.
could I have like a bowl of yogurt beside
Yes.
when I'm doing
And a
it?
glass of water.
Sorry.
And a glass of milk.
Sorry, hang on. So,
Okay.
just quickly, are you suggesting that the lava might be spicy?
Well, I'm assuming it'd be pretty
hot.
hot.
Well,
yeah,
but it's just yogurt.
But you see, this is the thing. I really like hot stuff. You've heard me talk about Gai Fai, that Thai curry,
Thai dish that
which
you
is
used to
hot,
eat.
hot.
Yeah, once upon a time, yeah.
This dish is very hot.
Yeah, but that's
okay.
like, this is lava.
Okay.
So it's going to be as hot as Guy Fire, at least.
Well, no, it's a different. I feel like we're just getting a bit confused here.
Can I, if like I'm asking my wife, will she be my Valentine? Can I text her?
Oh, to ask her?
Yes.
No, you got to do it face to face.
Oh, you see, no.
What? It's your wife. You've been together like 28 years or something. What about you, Mike? What would you?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I hadn't even thought about it. I just consider myself the person asking the question.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah,
fair enough.
yeah.
I feel like Valentine's is a real commercial endeavour. And
yeah.
it really, I don't like the monetization of the love that I have for, in my case, my wife.
Sure.
And I feel like that makes a mockery of our relationship. The enforced
Yeah. The forced
monetization,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
commercialization.
I'm
Totally,
here-
100%.
That's where I sort of feel as well. It feels very American to me.
That's exactly right. It's
You
like
know what I mean?
Halloween.
Halloween, yeah.
So
Yeah.
just to clarify,
Well,
weighing-
if I was to ask her, that would only be encouraging and endorsing what is a disgraceful holiday. Every day is Valentine's Day at my house. In fact, what I mean by that is I celebrate the love every day.
Sure.
If any day I don't celebrate, it's probably Valentine's Day.
If I did take her out for Valentine's Day, and she accepted, can we use her money?
No.
Let's
That's
use-
not how Valentine's Day works.
Molten lava.
So just clarifying, you'd rather drink molten lava with some yogurt?
I'd have the yogurt afterwards, Keyzie. I wouldn't mix it with
No,
the
obviously,
water.
I'm not stupid. Yeah, obviously you'd have it.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm probably going to go for the date, fellas, just because it seems like a no-brainer to me. So
Sell out. man.
2 for molten lava.
Yep.
Okay. What would you do in New Zealand? 3483. It's a tough one though.
It is. It is a tough one.
Not easy. That's the thing with these would you rathers.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
The Hauraki Big Show podcast.
Oh, yes, indeed. The clash there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday evening.
That's enough out of you, Hoyte.
The time is 5:40.
This is breaking news.
We were just about to get into some. Jase was going to lead the conversation we're about to have here. He's going to bag his wife again. Just as we were coming to air,
Never.
we had a shocking turn of events, didn't we, Keyzie?
I'm still reeling from it.
Reeling. Where I was looking down fastidiously going through my notes as we went into the break. When I hear from Keyzie, shocked voice, Keyzie.
Shocked.
Jase, are you vaping inside? To which Jase said, yeah, man. Yeah, man.
You're not allowed to vape inside, Jase, man. You know,
I'm worried about you,
yeah,
man.
Same.
Can I?
No.
It is illegal.
It is illegal.
It takes no kind of
Pugs needs
consideration
to sit down in Studio B for a start.
of your consideration for us as your co-host and our health, Jase, which we take very seriously. It's all well and good for you to plough your way through a bag of chips every day and suck on a vape. But
Yeah.
what about us, man?
I don't want secondhand vape smoke in the studio, man. This is my place of work. It's where I come to work.
Never in my life have I been more disgusted
By what?
than you fellas throwing unsubstantiated allegations against Hoyte J.
You know, the problem here, Jase, is you do this. You stand up, you defend yourself to the bitter end.
Well, I'm sitting, but it might look like I'm standing up.
You act like you've done nothing wrong, and all you do is you force us to go to the tape. So now, what could have been a simple apology and a move on, now we're going to release the video as an Instagram. It's going to be a reel. We're going to see you doing it. There's going to be a conversation with HR, Bogsy, health and safety. You're in a world
You're in
of trouble
a lot
now,
of trouble,
man.
Jase. This is what you don't realise is the amount of trouble you're in.
Hey,
You know what you call it, man? Hot water.
can you play the apology music, please, Keyzie?
Sure,
I
man.
think it's too late.
I mean, this is pushing shit uphill if I'm honest, but sure. Don't vape and then do the apology.
Fellas,
No.
I'd like to take this opportunity and
Give
own,
me the vape. Give it here.
and own the situation as it stands currently.
Jase, now you're just taking the piss, man. Stop vaping in the studio.
Particularly given, Keyzie, I know you get a bit chesty.
I get asthma.
Asthma.
Mogey, you have been plagued over the last few months
I
by
have.
lung issues. And so I would like to take this opportunity
Yeah.
to tell you
Stop vaping. It's just disgusting and illegal.
no more.
Okay.
No more,
Yeah.
fellas. And I agree, unacceptable.
Actually, Jase.
The only thing you can suck on is here.
Yeah,
and
what?
here. The only thing that's acceptable
That can be sucked on in the studio.
is
Yeah.
sucking on a chili dog.
Sucking on a chili dog.
Point taken, fellas, and
Stop vaping. Seriously, what? Look at you. You're
He's
like
a bad boy,
He thinks
man.
he's the man.
Yeah.
He thinks he's the man. That's what's really crazy about this.
He is the man.
No, totally, man.
Short
totally.
circuit.
how appropriate too, Weezer.
Far out. You're in a lot of trouble, Jase.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
John Jett and the Black Hearts, fellas.
Yeah.
Don't know that I've ever heard that on this station before.
Yeah, you have, man.
Oh, I have?
Yeah.
Okay.
You love it.
Incidentally, I apologise again for vaping in the studio. My wife told me off, I should tell you, for vaping in bed last night too.
You see what's happening here?
Yeah, I do.
You've got a creeping situation here,
Yeah,
Jase.
I
The places
do.
that were formerly sacred to you are now gone out the window because your addiction is so bad. It's shocking.
Yeah,
You've
I
got a problem,
apologise,
man.
Mo. I know, man.
You got to get back on the darts.
Yeah.
And you're going to be vaping in bed. I don't even care. Like, he's doing it now for attention, as far as I'm concerned. And I'm not even interested.
Hey, now, I tell you what I am interested in.
What's that, Jase?
A Wild West adventure.
Oh, well, that's a pretty random thing to bring up. Tell us more.
Well, if you want to do maybe a bit of heli hunting,
Yeah.
maybe...
Hunt a helicopter. So what?
Maybe you want to do a bit of skiing. Maybe you want to make your own hunting knife. You need to listen up because we've got an amazing adventure that could be perfect for you.
Yeah.
Tell us all about
Tell
it.
us about it.
I just did.
Well, not really. You said skiing. So what is this like down in the Remarkables or something?
It's on the Wild West Coast.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
if
on
you
the
can
coast.
ski
On
there.
the coast, they've got ski
They've got
fields
ski
by the
fields
water.
by the water.
Yes.
Jace, are you referring... No,
Yeah, go
I
on.
don't want to help. I don't
You
want to
got to,
help.
man. You got to.
Okay.
Support and extend,
Yeah,
Keyzie. Extend.
I'm not helping while he keeps vaping in the studio.
it'll never happen again.
Okay. Deal?
Yeah.
All right. As soon as you start vaping again, no more admin. No more admin from me. All right. Were you talking about a wild West Coast weekend thanks to Monteith's, Jase?
That's right.
Bingo.
Monteith's, born of the wild.
You could win for you and a mate one hell of a weekend on the wild West Coast. All you have to do is text WILD to 3483. Get yourself in the draw. Simple as that. The weekend is valued at 5,000 big ones. And as Jase kind of had a crack at listing there,
Yes.
there are a number of activities you could choose from. You don't have to choose these, but there's heli hunting, heli fishing, skydiving, forging your own knife. You could go on a hike or a bike trail, a wellness retreat, whatever you choose. You and the mate will wrap up the day at the Monteith's Brewery. We'll rip into the tastiest pies from the West Coast Pie Company.
Yeah. I go heli
Beautiful.
surfing.
Would you?
Yeah.
What's
Yeah,
heli
yeah.
surfing?
That's where they take you in a helicopter and they dump you out in the ocean and then you surf your way back in, man. It's pretty cool.
Is that a real thing?
Oh, yeah. Heli white water rafting. That's sick.
So how,
man.
Yeah,
is that where
that'd
they
be
drop
really
you
sick.
off?
They drop you in a raft at the top of the river and the top of the mountain, then you raft all the way down to that pub.
Right.
Yeah.
To the
What's
brewery.
pretty cool. Yeah,
What a
yeah.
way to bring up a thirst, Mogey.
absolutely,
You know what I mean?
man.
And,
Yeah,
a bit
yeah.
of hunger, too.
Bit of paddling. There's some pretty hardcore rapids out that way, brother. I tell you that for free.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, my favourite's
What's sort of heli horse riding, man?
Heli horse.
That's good. They take you up the back and they drop you on a horse and you ride it all the way down.
so
you
they
ever done
drop
that
you
before?
on the horse. They don't
Yeah.
send you and the horse
The
up.
horse. The thing about a horse is it can't look up. It can't look up. It can only look left and right.
Really?
And so it's sort of just standing there like a goddamn idiot.
Right. So if you approach from above, you approach the idiot horse from above. You can just hop
on a
straight
helicopter,
on it.
you just lower yourself, and you can literally step out onto it.
And it's like, what's going on? I can't look up.
Yes,
Wow.
and then you're just on it.
So good, man.
Yeah. So that's the kind of things you can do on the West Coast. So don't be limited, with your thinking here. A lot of people are like, I'm going to go to the pub, I'm going to spend $5,000 at the pub.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Don't
yeah.
do that.
No.
No,
I take your point there, Mogey.
get dropped onto a horse out of a helicopter. If you'd like to do that, text the word WILD to 3483 to get yourself in the draw. That's all thanks to the backbones at Monteith's, born of the wild, Jase.
Now, is that wild or not?
That is crazy. Now, listen up. What's on the dinner is on after 6 o'clock. So text in what's on the dinner plate tonight for you, New Zealand.
Oh my
And,
God, can we change it to what's on the dinner plate? That makes more sense.
No.
Yeah, I really like that, but it doesn't fit the show.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Okay, well, 3483. What is on your dinner plate tonight? Text it on through and you get yourself in the draw for a $50 Reburger voucher.
Beautiful.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Welcome back, you massive backbones. You, and I mean you, are listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Reburger.
Handcrafted burgers, loaded fries, and gourmet eats that'll change the game.
Chaps.
Great stuff.
That's how we do it.
Scott Barrett out, huh?
Scott Barrett, man, he's out. So that means he's out for the series, captain as well. That's
Yes,
not good.
the skipper.
And then he'll
Big loss.
be back. I guess the first game back was at South Africa, the next team we play in Eden Park. I'm pretty sure it is. We only get 3 warm-ups
Yes.
before we put our record on the line at Eden Park, having not been defeated there for 82 years.
I feel like just
Chicken tonight.
making love. I feel like making.
I think you guys should go get
Feel
tested
like making love
for something.
to you.
Just go get tested for something. I don't know what it is, but something that just sort of explains why you burst into song randomly and then say, I feel like chicken tonight. Just out of nowhere.
I actually...
Can't think of what it could be.
And I mentioned it to Keyzie today. I'm a little bit concerned, Mogey, that our way of just exploding with noise all the time is now beginning to affect Keyzie, because even he's beginning to do it now, just making like really weird random noises
Like
out of
what?
nowhere.
Sucking on a chili dog.
No, that's not a random noise. That's genius, and that's our new segment on the show.
Sucking on a chili dog.
That's different. That's completely different. That
Right.
makes total sense. That segment.
I definitely feel like I've got some issues.
100%. I think you have something. I don't know what it is.
The vaping
Well, there's that.
chips.
The chips. Yeah, there's addiction, obviously.
Would you rather I vaped or exploded with noises?
Vaped.
Oh, okay, sweet. I'll be as silent as a mouse.
No, you won't. Here's Guns N' Roses.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Blink 182 there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday night. And this is, I think it's my favourite segment now, and it is What's on the Dinner with Keyzie.
Oh, yeah. Hey, guys. A text here from Steve.
What's on the dinner?
With me, Keyzie. Hey, just an interesting text here before we get into the dinners on 3483.
Yeah.
As someone with ADHD and autism, I'm qualified to weigh in. Jase, Mogey, and Pugs are ADHD as F. Keyzie, you've got a touch of the tism.
Yeah.
Love you.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty spot on. Anyway, let's get to dinner chat. G'day, fellas. Derek here. I've got a Derek Dadouge. Yeah, that's the one. Lamb chops for dinner tonight, boys, with tabbouleh, tzatziki, and flatbread.
Tabbouleh. Sounds nice. I like it. Actually, that's changed my mind. I was going to say no because I don't like a lamb chop, but in that Mediterranean setting, I do.
I feel like
I do.
Lamb chops, I was the same. I just picture them as boring. But there are ways that you can make them very, very interesting.
Yes, and the way that for example, Lebanese do a lamb chop, very good.
Yeah, because I'm the same as you guys. I think of a lamb chop on a barbie, just a big fatty, chewy piece of.
G'day, fellas. Big G here.
Oh, Big G. I haven't heard that name before.
Oh, it's not. It's just his nickname.
Oh, right.
Yeah, cool.
Texting in from Pocono, or Pocono, as you might know it.
Pocono.
Spicy chipotle chicken wraps. Yum. I reckon that sounds yum.
You don't tell us that it's yum. We tell you if it's yum.
But he's tasting it. He
Sounds
knows.
a bit
No.
like
The burritos I
that
had
you-
yesterday. Yeah,
yeah,
probably
that
not
you-
as out there as they were.
right. Okay,
But I love chipotle stuff.
Yeah.
not a big fan. Not a big fan.
I mean, that doesn't set my world on fire.
Chipotle.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's fine, and I'm sure it's delicious.
Yeah.
I don't want to bag the man. Big G.
Can I say it'll do?
Yeah,
Okay.
that'll do. Yeah.
G'day, guys. Diane here.
Keating.
No Ross.
No, Diane Ross.
Yeah.
Tonight I'm having seafood pasta for dinner. Cheers.
Nah.
It's always very
No.
difficult with seafood pasta.
No.
Very delicate meal to make.
Now, where are we getting the seafood? That's my first question, Keyzie. I know you
Yes.
probably haven't got the answer, but generally speaking, it'll be a frozen debacle.
Yes.
And reheating a frozen seafood debacle and chucking it in pasta, to me, it's just not happening.
Can
It's
I just
not
say, as someone who does not like seafood,
Yeah.
other than like one scallop and a couple of
You like
calamari, sure,
mermaids?
and mermaids, not for eating though. I have had a delicious prawn risotto.
Sure. Now, prawn risotto is different. I think once you get into the seafood and it's that vague, they're talking about anything that you find in the ocean.
Yeah,
And
you
they're
just chuck all
now,
sorts in there.
if you call it prawn, well, I know what I'm getting. When you call it seafood, I've got no idea.
Yes.
I don't know what
And that's
pasta
when you
is.
end up with, like, there might be crab, but it's probably a bit of shark in there. You've got some mussels, some other shell food.
Yes.
Shellfish. Big chunks of calamari, but big, hectic pieces. Like,
Yes.
I'm
And are
out,
we
man.
talking creamy? Are we talking
And
tomatoey?
Can I say a creamy frozen seafood pasta? It turns my stomach. I just immediately assume I'm going to get food poisoning.
Yeah, right.
I would not eat it in a million years.
Wow. Suck on that, Diane.
Yeah, Diane Ross.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Skid Row there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday evening. Now, fellas, we've had the pleasure of enjoying some bloody good pies of late, haven't we?
Oh, we've
Yeah,
been
man.
very lucky.
Very nice.
And I don't know if you've heard about this. Have you heard of the Pie Awards?
I haven't. Tell me about it.
It's a hell of a shindig.
Yes,
It's basically where everyone here at Radio Hauraki,
including you.
including me, we go along to a big pie celebration. It's a hell of a do.
But describe the celebration, because you've just said it's a hell of a shindig and a hell of a do, but what does it look like?
It's just, handing out awards for various pies and bakeries around the country.
Right.
Funnily enough, you don't actually eat pies there. They've got sort of other food laid on, and there's plenty of beersies and wines, as you can attest to, Keyzie.
Ah, yeah.
You've had some pretty good times there, haven't you, mate?
They actually do hand out pies.
At the end, when you're leaving.
At the end, yes.
You take,
when you're leaving.
When you're leaving. Or seriously, a bit of a habit that's sort of piped up, people have cottoned onto this as well, is people will sneak out into the lobby area where the heaters are and grab the pies while the awards are still happening.
Yeah.
Because
do they?
The winning pies are what is on offer out there for free. So you watch a whole lot of awards. They go best mince and cheese, this bakery, then they do a speech, and all
win.
those pies available after the awards. It rules.
So good.
Yeah. Where is it happening this year, Jase?
I don't know, actually. That's a good question, Keyzie. Have you got the admin there?
I actually, it doesn't say where it is. I know it's in Auckland. It'll be in the Auckland CBD.
It'll definitely be in
Auckland.
New Zealand.
It'll definitely be in New Zealand. Good point, Mogey.
Yes.
All I know is that if you're keen to join the team, then you go to hauraki.co.nz, enter there at the winning page. At the winning page.
Yeah, the winning page is good.
Yes.
Yeah, now you might win there, you might lose. I want to be clear about that.
No, I know, but, Mogey, I think it was you that you coined the phrase, you got to be in it to win it.
Oh, that's
so,
right. Write that down, Keyzie. That's good.
I have.
That's bloody good. In it to
win it.
We'll use that.
No, I know. We've been.
You make a sting out of that, Pugs, man?
In it to win it sting. When will we play that?
Oh, for example, now, when people are like, oh, can I be bothered? I might not win. And then you go,
would have
you've
been
got
perfect.
to be in it to win it.
That's actually a good idea.
Yeah.
Really perfect now.
It would be perfect now, actually.
It's really let down this break.
How's that sting coming along, man? If you want to win, that has not let down the break. If you want to win that prize, though, it's for you and a mate to be flown to Auckland. If you need to be flown, you get a free night in the Quartus Hotel, which could be where it is. I'll Google this for tomorrow.
We don't know.
Yes.
You'll also get tickets to the awards. You'll be sitting on the Hauraki table, getting amongst what will probably be a big night.
With the fellas.
With the feelers. I won't be there.
Oh, Keyzie won't be there.
Of course.
Forget about that.
Because I hate pies. Nah, I'm on holiday. But head to hauraki.co.nz, enter there. It'll be great. Jase will be there.
Oh, Jace loves it.
Jase loves it.
Bells on. Bells on, fellas.
Hauraki.co.nz, man. Get stuck in.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Jase DC there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday evening. Fellas, I think we'd all agree I'm a bit of a foodie.
Yeah, totally, man.
Yeah, like if you mean chips.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, like fine cuisine. As he spits chip all over his microphone.
It was disgusting. The
You're
amount of
an
chip that just came
animal,
out.
man.
Don't talk to me about discussing when you dribble all the time.
Don't you point at me when you're vaping in the studio. Sorry, Mogey.
But something happened in dinner last night that disgusted me beyond words.
In dinner.
Yeah, in dinner, man.
What's in the dinner?
I think,
With what he jizzed.
and I think you guys would probably agree with me, the classics are always the best.
Totally.
No, that's so
And,
true.
I get a bit sort of over this whole fusion thing. This,
You don't like cultures coming
the
together, eh?
Mixing
It's
everything
not the
up.
word that usually comes before.
Yeah.
And I think what I'm trying to say is you get a bit fancy pants on it.
you can do too much.
Thank you, Mogey. Now, last night we made homemade pizzas.
Yum.
And here's the thing.
Okay.
My wife just went too far.
Well, can you talk me through your pizza first? So what did you make?
My pizza, homemade basis, of course.
Sure, of course.
A beautiful tomatoey sauce.
Oh, tomato-y, like tomato sauce.
No, not tomato sauce. It had kasundi and so forth in it, so it was quite spicy. Some chili flakes, some anchovies, some olives,
Right.
some champagne ham, some mushies, some salami, some prosciutto,
Right.
with mozzarella and and a drizzle of pesto.
Right, and can I just quickly
Yeah.
verify, was it delicious?
Very. I think it's probably one of the best pizzas you'll ever eat.
Hoyte J, best in the world, number one.
Right. And what about your wife's pizza?
Now, my wife, she went beautiful tomato base that I made. So
Oh, 'cause it was
she
yours.
can't
Yeah,
take,
yeah. She
she
was
can't
riding
take
your
any credit for
coattails.
that. Then she put on some olives. She doesn't like anchovies. She didn't do anchovies. And some ham, some prosciutto, and then something that just frankly disgusted me, and which is all the fashion at the moment and I think is ridiculous. She put lettuce leaves on her pizza.
Like iceberg.
Well, no, the sort of thin
mescaline lettuce.
Mescaline.
Micro.
Yeah. So got a bit of a peppery taste to it. Pepper.
And then exacerbated that by chucking on broccoli florets.
Right. Florets of broccoli.
Florets.
Yes.
Little florets.
Yeah, it was finely diced, Mogey, to be fair. I mean, we're not talking massive broccoli florets.
Was it lettuce or was it rocket? Because rocket on a pizza is delicious and very Italian.
It wasn't rocket. It was lettuce and broccoli florets, finely chopped. Now, what's your view on that? I mean, for me, that's just ludicrous. That's insane. That's a wank fest.
Yeah. Well, I've never heard of broccoli on a pizza. I'll say that.
Yeah, okay.
I'll say that straight away.
Yeah, okay. The joint down here by our work, they do a really good broccoli pizza.
Right.
Amazing. With
Nobody
feta
buys it.
and stuff. No, everyone does.
I would say if somebody said to me, do you want broccoli on your pizza? My answer would be no.
Yes.
Yeah. See, the
but
issue...
it wasn't my pizza, it was hers.
Yeah. And also, obviously she was making what she likes.
Yeah, but she never eats all her pizza. I ended up eating the rest of hers as well. You know what I mean? I don't want bits of bloody lettuce and broccoli in my pizza.
That's because you're a massive garbage guts, though, and you just eat everything.
Yeah. Well, the good news is Mogey agrees with me because we had a her of a fight about it.
Did you?
And she said, well, go and ask the fellas. And I'll go home tonight and say, Mogey said that is the most foul, disgusting thing he's ever heard of, and get a grip of yourself.
Yeah, that sounds like what I said.
Are you going to bring that up in the dinner time?
The Hauraki Big Show podcast.
Well, what a show it's been. It's been a pleasure to have your company. Now, Mogey, we've got a bit of an emergency Tuesday team list announcement.
Yeah, we do, mate. It's just come through. We've had the announcement come through for the Warriors, who are playing West Tigers this coming Sunday.
Yeah.
They're playing at home here in Auckland against the Tigers. Now, the Tigers have been pretty much regarded as easy beats. And so we're looking good to tell them up off the back of a couple of losses, couple of byes that we've had.
Yes.
However, last week they had what can only be described as an absolute pick ruiner. They had a victory over it. Did they play Southsman? Who did they play?
I can't remember, but the big news of the team list is who was going to be replacing Luke Metcalf, who's out for the season, in the halfback jersey, which for those that don't like rugby league or don't care, it's pretty much the first five. It's the guy who runs the whole ship.
That's right.
They have selected Tanner Boyd.
That's great. And I think that should be the case. There's a lot of chat, including on the Mad Monday podcast, that it would be Tamaiti Martin, who has been playing 5/8 for the whole year in reserve grade, or Jersey Flag, or whatever it's called these days. So he's had no experience playing halfback all year. So the idea of him coming in and switching to halfback when Tanner Boyd has been playing, has been playing halfback, has had 11 wins straight. God knows how many try assists.
Great kicker.
He is absolutely tallying up. He's a great kicker, Jase.
Great.
He's not an individual brilliance player like a Luke Metcalf, which is sort of, with Luke, you're sort of relying on some kind of brilliance. With him, pinpoint kicking, long kicking, accuracy, he sets up his outsides. And I think that's something where you're probably going to get a bit more consistency.
Sounds solid, fellas.
So that's great. And
That is really good. And outside of that, I can't really help anybody because my phone's gone dead, so I can't read out the team list.
Oh, that's so. Don't worry about it. It's pretty much as you'd imagine. Other than that, hey, we do a podcast outro today. We talked about this. Actually, this has unlocked another core memory. Intermediate
Core memory.
We're all playing touch rugby. And there's like 5 cubicles in a row. We're all going wheeze. And I was like, I actually need to take a shit. And then as we were going wheeze, and I was like, go. And then everyone stopped doing a wheeze, and then I did a poo, and then everyone heard it. It was like, Chris, you're doing poos. Oh my God, Chris is taking a shit. Oh my God, it's disgusting. And I was like, that's not me. We probably just on second thoughts. We probably could have ditched that tonight just because we did that Warriors thing, but that's all G.
Yeah, it was great
That
stuff.
was good.
go and check out the podcast. Also, go and check out our Instagram. And I think we've just released...
yesterday's outro is now live on YouTube. If you'd like to watch it, Radio Hauraki has its own YouTube channel. Check it out.
Hey, thanks for listening. We'll be back same time, same place. Till tomorrow. See you later.